What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, I'm all crooked. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl, Nana. Happy Wednesday to you, and welcome to Live with Nana. Listen, in full transparency today, this episode is pre recorded. So, as I always like to say, if you don't see me commenting, no. What's up? What's up? Happy Wednesday. It's your girl, Nana Badu, and it is time for Live with Nana. If you are joining for the first time, hello, how are you? I hope you're having a fabulous day so far. My name is Nana Badu. I'm an image consultant, stylist, and speaker. I talk about all things related to style, confidence, and authenticity at work for women leaders. And I help women leaders elevate their style so they can amplify their presence, whether they are speaking on stages or delegating with their teams, I don't know why I'm saying all this. What's up? Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is time for Live with Nana. I'm your girl, Nana Badu. I'm a stylist, an image consultant, and speaker, and I help women leaders elevate their image and talk about all things related to style, confidence, and authenticity. And today, my friends, we are getting into 3 excellent style tips that always work when you're trying to figure out, what do I wear for my next headshot? And in case you did not know, we are hosting, my photographer, Kay Hickman, and I are hosting it's just like, what up, what's up? Hello, I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is Wednesday, and welcome to Live with Nana. I'm your girl, Nana Badu. I'm a stylist, image consultant, and speaker, and I help women leaders amplify their presence and confidence through style. I talk about all things related to style, confidence, and authenticity for women leaders at work, and I do this through one-on-one style coaching, shopping, styling, and speaking with different corporations and what up? How you doing? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Live with Nana. I'm your girl, Nana Badu. Hope you're having a fabulous day so far, and I'm glad you're here. All right. In case this is your first time joining, my name is Nana Badu. Just say, what's up? Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a beautiful start to your day. My name is Nana Badu. I am a stylist, image consultant, and speaker, and I help women leaders amplify their confidence through style. I deliver talks and workshops all about style, confidence, and authenticity for women leaders and young professionals in the workplace. And today, my friends, you need to pull up and get close and get the notebook out, because we are talking about 3 styling tips to help you with your next headshot picture. All right. So if you are getting ready to take some new headshots, you know the headshot you have now has some issues. Okay. Look to your neighbor, say issues. Then you are in the right place, because I'm going to break down 3 simple tips, simple, basic tips that will make sure that your next headshot picture is on point. So if you are joining live, definitely pop up in the comments, say a hello, let me know that you are in the virtual building. All right. And we're going to talk about this right off the top. In case you did not know, dear friends, my photographer, Kay Hickman, and I are co-hosting an event this Saturday, October 25th, and it is a headshot mixer. It's happening right here in New York City, and it is designed for women professionals who want to get new headshot pictures, all right? But they want to do it in a fun, warm, and welcoming space, a little champagne, a little nibble. They want to get their pictures done, and they're going to get them styled by me, all right? And then, of course, we're going to have makeup on deck to make sure the glow is glowing, all right? So this is a fabulous opportunity for you to network, meet some other fabulous women, and get your headshot pictures updated. So today is the last day to sign up for the mixer. We have a couple of spots left. If you're interested, get your ticket today, all right? If you have questions, message me All right. If you are really interested in attending, but schedule or you're not sure about how it works, whatever your questions are, just message me. I'm happy to talk with you. All right. Because we only have a couple spots left. And I want to make sure that you get a ticket if you really need to be there to get your headshot picture updated. All right. All right. So, also, in full transparency, this episode is pre recorded. So, in case, my dear friend, if you are in the comments posting, and you know me typically, in case you didn't know, I always be responding to the comments because we like engagement over here. All right. So, if I don't shout you out, it's simply because this is pre recorded, but I will definitely be up in the comments replying. Okay. All right. Let's get into these 3 styling tips to help you with your next headshot. All right. Tip number 1, go for an open or smooth neckline. An open or smooth neckline. You might be thinking, Nana, what is that? What does that mean? All right. So an open neckline is just one that allows us to see more of your face. Crew neck, a V-neck, right? These open necklines allow the attention to go to your face. And you also want the fabric of your clothing. You want the garment to be smooth. You don't need any ruffles. You don't need any, any additional volume, any additional fabric, anything jutting out, studs, buttons, zippers. You don't need a whole bunch of detail and volume. Go for something that is a smooth, open, and clean finish on that fabric. All right. So stick with crew necks, V-necks. Those are a good, safe bet. You could do as well a turtleneck, a nice, smooth turtleneck. Not one that has a bunch of ridges or, if it's a wool blend that just is like chunky all around your neck. No, smooth. All right. We want a nice, smooth finish on the fabric. So that's a nice cotton, a good knit, right? A nice smooth finish. And the reason why this is important is because, again, it's just going to make sure that the emphasis is on your face, because that is what is most important in the picture. All right. And if you have some other things happening, I don't want you to make a selection on something because you're like, oh, this is a headshot picture and it has to make a really big statement. And you go for something that has a lot of bells and whistles on it. And we see more of that top than we do you. You don't want to have the clothes overpowering the message you are delivering visually, right? You wear the clothes. The clothes don't wear you. You know what it's like when you are scrolling through and you stumble upon someone's LinkedIn profile and you can't take your eyes off of what they're wearing, and it might not be in a favorable way, all right? Because you're lost in all of the details of the top, and then you go to the person, right? You want it to complement. So, basic rule of thumb, keep the fabric smooth. All right, keep the fabric smooth. And then go for that open neckline. A V-neck, obviously this could easily be a blazer or a layering piece, a cardigan sweater, right? These are a duster. These are easy pieces, smooth finish, open neckline, right? That neckline is going to go straight down. It might have a collar, it might not. You just need it to be open. It can be crew neck on the top, okay? Or again, that V-neck factor. And then also too, if you decide to do a turtleneck, just make sure it's a nice fitted turtleneck that has a smooth finish. You're not gonna go like this and it's like, you understand what I'm saying? It's not rough and ragged, okay? All right, there's not a lot of bumps. There's not, it's not chunky. There's not a bunch of hardware on it. There aren't all of these other things. It's just that smooth cotton or knit finish to it, okay? Just a nice smoothness to the fabric. That is baseline. So that could go for your blazer is the easy best bet. You'll get that nice clean finish. But then think about what you're layering underneath the blazer, my friends. You could easily go with a nice bodysuit. You could go with a nice V-neck blouse, right? Or a crew neck blouse underneath a blazer, right? Again, smooth. The other reason why I'm emphasizing smooth is because you might add jewelry, you might add a necklace, right, into the picture. And if you're going to do that, you don't want your necklace and the actual clothing to be competing. Okay, you don't want to make a miscalculation on the necklace, and then it's like, well, is the necklace too statement making? Is the blazer jacket statement making as well? No, the visuals. We don't need them competing. All right. We want to be able to just have clear line of sight to your beautiful, gorgeous face. All right. So go for a smooth finish on the fabric and open necklines so we can see a face. Second, an eye-catching color. An eye-catching color. All right. This is important because as you're moving through, as someone is thinking, think about the user experience, okay? Think about the person that is coming to your LinkedIn profile, right? What kind of reaction do you want them to have when they see you, right? What kind of impact do you want to make immediately? You want to have some pop on the screen, all right? You want to have some pop on the screen. And going for a simple, striking, solid color can effectively and instantly do that. So stay away from the black. Leave the navy at home. All right. Opt for a different color. And I'm going to give you some recommendations. You could go for blue. If you're going for a blue, go for a different shade of blue other than navy. That could be a cobalt blue, a royal blue, a teal. Teal is a great universal color that works. Okay, so go for a shade of blue that's going to give a little bit more punch. All right, so that cobalt, that royal, that teal, these are great options. Blue is a color that communicates dependability, reliability, trustworthiness. So it's a great option when you're thinking about your profile picture because those are all traits that anyone would want to convey. So blue's a great choice. Green. Green is also a great choice. You could be going for an emerald green or a deep hunter green, right? These are really great spaces to go in when you're going for something that's more lush or a more deeper shade of the green. All right. It doesn't have to be bright lime, right? It doesn't need to be bright or neon. Stay away from them pastels, okay? That's a baseline. No. All right. Go for a deeper, richer color. That emerald green and that hunter green, it's a great place to start. Green is also a color that communicates refreshed energy. All right. And can also be giving like a renewal energy, right? Just like you think about green and the environment, springtime, it enters all of that into the conversation. All right. So, another piece of this on the color, outside of the fact of it being striking, is to really think about the meaning behind colors, which I'm sharing with you too, because you do want to, it does make an impact, the color that you choose, and you want it to be aligned with who you are, right? So think about the ways in which you describe yourself, what you want people to say about you when you're not in the room, when evaluation time is coming around at the end of the year. What are the attributes that you want people saying about you, right? You can absolutely convey that through the messaging of the color choices that you choose through what you wear. So give some thought to that. You could do a quick Google search. A bunch of descriptions will come up to give you an inkling around what different colors mean. But of course, I'm giving you some snippets right here, right now. So catch the gems while they are being thrown. All right. So green is another great choice. Red. Red is clearly very striking, and it is the most eye-catching color. So if you are a very bold and daring individual, right? If you are someone that wants to convey a lot of energy, right, and really command attention in a space, red is a great color option for you. Now, keep in mind, you might be going for like a great kind of cranberry red, like I'm wearing right now, right? Really crisp, right? It's giving delicious apple. All right. You might be going for a fire engine red. If that's not your flavor and you're like, that's a little bit too much, but the red family still works for you, just go a little darker in the shade. Maybe go for a burgundy, right? You could burgundy is a hot color right now this season. Burgundy is everywhere. All right. So maybe you're going for a burgundy in the color of your blazer or blouse, right? This is again some different color options as opposed to the standard black. Okay, so burgundy is a great choice in that direction. But listen, if you've got the boldness and you want to bring that wow factor and that aligns with you, go for a striking red. All right, go for that in your blazer, your suit, the top, punch it up all the way. And then the last color I'd recommend is purple. Okay, purple is an amazing color because it's really that balance between red and blue. Because when you put red and blue together, you get purple. Did I take you back to elementary school when you had your paints and mix them? All right, so when you mix red and blue together, you get purple. And purple really communicates royalty, it communicates sophistication, and even luxury as well. So if that's a space that resonates with you and you're like, yes, that is me, purple's a great color choice option. You could be going for a nice violet, maybe an eggplant. I'd always recommend that you stay within those like medium to medium darker colors within the range of a color, right? Notice I didn't say lilacs or any pastel colors, right? Like we want to go for something that has a little bit more richness and saturation, or it's a little bit darker in the hue. Okay, that's going to be, again, a safer bet on camera. Okay, this is for on camera. So when the flash is happening and the backdrop is there, like going for these kinds of colors, it's going to pop a lot better. And obviously there's all kinds of other factors that are happening when you're choosing colors around your skin complexion and your eyes that you want to take into consideration. But as a baseline, as you're thinking about colors, looking at a teal and a royal blue, an emerald or hunter green, a cranberry or a fire engine red or burgundy, and then that violet purple or fuchsia. Oh, love me some fuchsia, right? Fuchsia is a great jewel tone. That's a nice hybrid of like purple with a little bit of pink in it. That's also an excellent space that you could go into that's really going to be lush and give that luxury vibe as well. All right, so these are just 4 examples of colors that you could be looking at when you're opting for a different color other than black. The other important thing to know is to go for a solid color. Stay away from the prints. All right? Go for a solid color because it's a win. We're talking about the tips that are always going to work. All right? So that you don't have to overthink it, so you don't have to wonder. Go for what you know will work. And that's the tips that I'm giving you. All right? A solid color is going to be great. Solid color, open neckline, smooth fabric. It's going to photograph well in front of any backdrop. All right. Now, mind you, when it comes to the photographer, you want to have some contrast in that backdrop. All right. So if you're wearing red, you don't want a red backdrop, you feel me? Okay. Like you don't want the same exact color, but that's going to be between you and the photographer to make sure that they're able to get you some contrast in that direction. And a great photographer will definitely be able to do that. So give some thought to that color choice. Okay. And also, you know what? I'll add this to the equation too. If you are looking at black and you're like, no, Nana, like I need to wear a black suit, like this is the best quality piece, or maybe even within your industry or your company, it's like there's a dress code and a standard and everybody must wear these prescribed colors. I've seen that happen. You can add touches of another color into your lipstick, into your necklace or your earring, or maybe you have glasses, right? There are other accessories where you could pop in some color. And maybe too, like thinking about that all red top or even that all emerald green top. Like maybe that's a little overwhelming for you. No problem. No problem. Maybe you're going to put a scarf around the lapel of your blazer, or you're going to do a brooch that has a little color pop to it, right? There's multiple ways that you can infuse color, right? It can be in the clothing, the accessories, or your beauty, right? So if you've got those signature frames, man, yes, invest in that little pop of color. It's going to go a long way visually. All right, so you got the solid colors down. Last but not least is highlighting your beauty, okay? Highlighting your beauty. The focus of the profile picture is on your face. So you want your face to be seen, and I need you to make sure the makeup is beat. Thank you and good night. All right? You want to have a great everyday makeup look. All right? Every day. When you see that picture, you want it to feel like you, and you want it to feel like you on one of your best days, honey. All right? So one, you can do your makeup yourself if you know how to do it. All right. If you know how to do a smooth, make sure your skin is smooth, make sure your complexion is on. All right. Make sure you have a great lip color, right? Like make sure if you're going for a neutral lip and maybe you are playing up your eyes a little bit, make sure the brows are browing because your eyebrows are, to me, they are everything. Your eyebrows are the most important on your face. Okay. Like, make sure that you feel comfortable doing your own makeup because you want to be able to have just a nice, fresh, clean look that just really helps to frame you and highlight you. So, you can do your makeup yourself. It's fine. If you feel comfortable doing an everyday makeup look for yourself as you do it on the regular, that's all you need. All right. If you are not good at doing your makeup, there's no hero moment. There's no nothing to prove. Go ask for some help. Pop up to the MAC counter, pop to your Macy's, your Nordstrom, a department store near you. Tell them you need an appointment, a Sephora, like an Ulta, like go in, tell them you are going to get some headshot pictures taken and you need somebody to do a great basic everyday glam look for yourself, everyday makeup look. All right. And quite honestly, this is something that you should know how to do yourself quickly and feel good about. So that might be a space where you need to invest and be like, who's teaching the class? Like, I need some help. So make sure that the makeup is done well and that you look at yourself and you're like, this is me, but just a little bit more special. All right. You don't need the makeup caked on. You are not going on television. This is not a movie role. You don't need to look like a different individual. You need to look like you. When people meet you in real life, when they see the picture, you should be one and the same. Okay. So if you're not comfortable doing your makeup yourself, if you are not good at it, go get some help. And when you go to the counter at the Sephora, at the MAC, etc., look at the person who's doing the makeup. Do you like their makeup? You know, you might have to do a little reconnaissance. You might have to go in a little early, snoop around, see who's doing makeup. Ask them if they have any pictures of their work. Because a makeup artist they will pop up some pictures in a second or send you an Instagram page, a website, something, so that you can see their work before they begin to apply it on you. All right. And make sure that it feels good for you. Do not underestimate the makeup. Do not think, oh, I got it. Me and this here chapstick is going to be just fine. No, it's not. It's not. Okay. You need to have some makeup on, and there's plenty of ways to apply makeup and still feel like yourself. All right. So don't underestimate this department. You need to make sure the beauty is beautying, and that is making sure your makeup is straight. Also, your hair, right? Your hair. Opt for a hairstyle that you know works. This is the time for you to stick with what you know is good. Don't experiment. Don't decide to get the haircut now. Don't go to your hairstylist, but I always wanted to try this new thing. Not for the picture. No. Go with the style that you know works for you. That's the style. You wear it. Everybody's complimenting you. Oh my gosh, this color looks so great on you. You know, I love when your hair is in this way. These braids are amazing. You know, I love this is soft bob. Whatever the style is. Okay, you want to stick with what you know works. Don't experiment. It's not the time. It's not the time, baby. Okay, it's not the time for you to experiment with some kind of new hairstyle. It's not it. Stick with what you know works, okay? But make sure you go get your hair done. Again, if you're not doing your hair yourself and it's not on point, if that is not a space that you excel in, schedule the appointment. Make sure your hair is done, all right? No negotiations. Again, thank you and good night. All right. All right, so let's recap, all right? So 1, go for that open and smooth neckline. All right, that could be that blazer, that could be that blouse. Go for a V-neck, crew neck, something that's open so that we can see your face. And of course, that smooth fabric, right? We don't want any bows, we don't want any ridges, we don't want too much volume and shape just all around your face, compromising and competing where the attention needs to go. 2nd, a striking, solid color. Play in the blue, green, red, and purple space. And again, solid color. And lastly, the beauty, your hair and your makeup. Get it expertly done. All right, get it expertly done and get a style that also too just frames your face. And remember, doesn't cover your face up, doesn't cover up your eyes, doesn't cover up, especially your eyes, doesn't cover up your eyes or your whole face. Get a style that allows us to see you. Make sure that we can see your eyes, your smile, right? We want to see all of that. Okay. So I hope these 3 tips were helpful, right? I hope it's giving you some even deeper direction. Like, yes, blazer, suit, a collared shirt, you know, like these are things that are very straightforward, okay? But hopefully these tips will allow you to go into your closet and whittle things down to make an even better selection, especially if you're looking at your picture and you're like, it's feeling basic and I want to amplify it, but I'm not sure how to do that. These tips will help you get there. And of course, if you really want to be on it, you're just going to join us at the Headshot Mixer, because today is the last day to join the Headshot Mixer that I'm hosting with my photographer, Kay Hickman. And it's just going to be a dope environment. You know, you can get your headshot taken. You can get 1 or 2 looks styled by me. And we will have a makeup artist on set to make sure that you are touched up and the skin is glowing. We're going to have some music. You're going to get to network with other women professionals. It's just a great way to spend some time in a Saturday afternoon and walk away with beautifully edited images and feeling good about yourself. All right. So if you know you need help with your headshot, definitely join us this Saturday, October 25th. The mixer is taking place in New York City. So if you're local, if you know somebody who's local, or you're going to be in town this weekend, or know somebody who is, definitely send them the details. The link is in the comments. We have a couple of spots left because today is the last day. So get on in. And if you'd like to attend, but you're having any issues with time or even the investment, DM me. Just send me a message. Let me know what's going on. Because if it is something that you need, we might be able to work something out so that you can attend. Because we really do want this to be just a space in an event for you to feel good and get some new refreshed headshots and meet somebody who you're supposed to be meeting to expand your network. All right, y'all. That's all your girl got. I hope these tips were helpful. Definitely drop in the comments and let me know which tip was helpful for you. And I cannot wait to see you either this weekend at the Mixer or next Wednesday on the next Live with Naana. All right, have a fabulous day. Peace.